Today's Cajun Court.
Well, ma'am, I bought the car at 10,000 miles. My mechanic told me that, in fact, it was at 100,000 miles. Not a few days after I purchased the vehicle, transmission failed.
So did you think about looking at Carfax or online, since y'all talked about Facebook? There's so many different sources. Just make sure you do your homework on your purchase. $7,000 is a lot of money to just fork out.
No, Justice. I'm not familiar with all that. You're much smarter than me. I wouldn't have thought about checking those things, checking the VIN number.
All rise. The Honorable Jacqueline A. Scott preside. Cajun Court is now in session.
Don't make me drop my hammer.
He's the drunk. He did pay.
Just a minute. If brains was dynamite, you could even blow your nose. When the bull is up to your ears, keep your mouth shut.
I ain't going back to jail. Because this is a railroad job. She probably slashed my tires with her teeth.
This isn't art, this is velvet penis.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Take it from me, you can overcome anything. Please change your life. Get him, Rod. Oh, we'll get along just fine when you realize I am the boss.
The plaintiff is suing the defendant because his transmission failed. He's seeking to be reimbursed for his transaction and his towing fees. Moreover, the defendant claims the plaintiff understood that the condition of the car was sold as is. Stay tuned for today's episode of Cajun Court.
Cajun Court is now in session. The Honorable Jacqueline A. Scott is presiding. All of the litigants have been sworn in. This is case number 1610, Shady Salesman.
This is a pretty interesting case. I love to drive cars. I know nothing about the mechanics or transmission, did a little research. I am going to try as best as I can as Justice Jackie to render a decision to help you all come to a conclusion in this matter that's going to be suitable and fair. Okay, plaintiff, I'm going to start with you. Give me a clear and concise statement of why you're here.
Yes, Justice. So I am here today because I was sold by this man a lemon, faulty car. I have here my loan, auto loan, as well as transactions and statements from my mechanic confirming that the transmission was tampered with.
You know, in modern times, it's kind of hard to see how people can tamper with things with technology. But tell me what happened.
Well, ma'am, I bought the car at 10,000 miles. My mechanic told me that, in fact, it was at 100,000 miles. Not a few days after I purchased the vehicle, transmission failed.
Tell me what kind of car it is.
Oh, it's a sweet ride. Yeah, it's a coupe. Has a soft top, so I can pull it back. Nice sunny outside. I can just have the wind through my hair.
So a used car.
It is used, yes.
10,000 miles.
Well, that's what it said when I bought it. There were supposed to be good reviews. Checked it out. Everything looked like it was on the up and up.
These good reviews on Facebook. Am I correct?
Yeah, and Google.
It had 10,000 miles on it.
That's what it said on the paperwork when I signed it. That's what it said on the speedometer.
3 days after you purchased the vehicle,
yep,
you
about
had
3 days after I bought it. Transmission failed.
So you enjoyed it for 3 days.
Yes, Justice. I brought it back over to Jackpot Deals Automotive. They said they wouldn't fix it.
How much did you pay for the vehicle?
It was $7,500.
So that didn't give you a clue as to something may be wrong? Was that not a red flag?
It drove just fine when I took it for the test drive. This individual over here, he seemed like he was an upstanding gentleman.
And so how did you know that transmission had been tampered with?
Yes, Justice. So I took it to my mechanic. He went through all of I'm not very familiar myself with
So why didn't you take it back to the defendant? Why did you take it to your mechanic as opposed back to the defendant?
Well, I've had a few dealings with my personal mechanic before. I mean, really great person in the community. A lot of my friends use the mechanic. He's definitely a straightforward person. I trust him. Don't necessarily trust Jackpot Deals Automotive or their mechanics after what happened with this vehicle. Yeah.
You took it back to them. What happened?
Well, I took it back over there. They said that it wasn't going to be covered. Wasn't going to get my money back. Wasn't going to get fixed.
You had to keep the car.
I currently have the car still, but I can't do anything with it.
And so where's the vehicle now?
It is sitting at home.
Can't drive it.
No, I had to tow it back to them. They said they weren't going to cover it. Couldn't leave it on their property.
So you took it back.
I had to tow it back.
And so you're here today and you want me to render a decision as to what?
Yes, Justice. I would like, hopefully, that the decision would be that I'd get reimbursed in full for the vehicle.
How much is that?
Return the vehicle back to Jackpot Deals Automotive, $7,500. Plus my towing fees, which total to be $100.
Towing, $100, okay. It's $7,500 plus your towing bill of $100.
Yes, Justice. So total $7,600. Justice Jackie, just one other thing that I'd like to point out. My mechanic had told me that multiple other individuals have also had the same issue with Jackpot Deals Automotive since they popped up in town. So no wonder why their business has been booming. They're ripping people off out of their money.
Let me take a short recess and I'll be back. So you've been sued and you're here before Justice Jackie. Tell me what's going on, why you think I should not give this plaintiff $7,600.
Well, Your Honor, I'm unaware of any kind of transmission issues. However, this is just my second sale. The company is new. But I do have the contract that the plaintiff actually signed stating that this car is as is.
As is.
As is.
Well, unfortunately, as a used car lot, we purchase cars that are used and we're not sure what all they've went through. So when we buy them, we just make a small markup and sell them as a used car. So we have to put as is to protect ourselves.
I mean, it's suspect to me if you buy a fairly decent car and he's saying that his mechanic told him that it was 100,000 miles on this vehicle as opposed to the 10,000 miles that's stated in this agreement.
And I'm not the only one. Plenty of other people have the same issue with Jackpot Deals Automotive.
I mean,
So what do
I'm
you
not,
have to say about
I'm
that?
not sure who his mechanic is. His mechanic could have changed it in order to benefit himself.
No, that's
And
ridiculous.
so there's
That's ridiculous.
documentation. The plaintiff gave me something earlier. Well, I'm going to let him look at this and had a chance to look at the Better Business Bureau site, and that is a viable company. I'm concerned about yours, but look at that. You said this is like a 97 car. It says that the odometer had been changed. What do you have to say about that?
Your Honor, as
And
a
it's
salesperson,
certified.
I'm not sure how the odometers work. I know my mother's car's only got like 7,000 miles on it.
But we're not talking about your mama, sir. We're going to leave your mama out of this. We're going to talk about you selling this car to this plaintiff with 10,000 miles as opposed to 100,000 miles. You said you've been working for this company on what? Well, shortly, and you only had 2 sales.
Correct, Your Honor.
Did you investigate this company before you started working for it?
No, Your Honor, the company's new, so I wanted to start at the ground floor.
And tell me about your background into selling cars.
I've been selling cars for about 3 years, and I've never had this kind of complaint before.
What made you think the car was okay with 10,000 miles on it? You say it's a nice car. There's no flags, no red flags.
No, I just thought I was getting a really good deal.
So
Yeah.
did you think to go and have that mechanic inspect the vehicle before you actually purchase it?
Well, Justice, hindsight's 2020. I should have done a lot of things differently. Foremost, not going over to there to see them.
This is not no janky deal. I sold you a car that you picked out that you liked at a reasonable price.
Yeah, it was a great car until it broke down days after I bought it.
You took the car back to your company. What do you have to say about that?
He could have done anything after he left the lot. He could have put it in reverse while he was driving forward or anything. So when we have the car, we list it exactly how it is.
I'm gonna do some homework. I'll be right back. Jackpot sales. This is a business just popped up in the neighborhood. It's only been in business 2 weeks. Did you find anything strange about that?
No, Your Honor. Everything looks good there. We have nice, clean cars, and they're affordable.
It seems like a little fraud business going on here. There's another complaint about your particular
That's right, Justice. That's right.
company. And actually, you were the salesman. And you just mentioned that you know nothing about it. I'm concerned about that.
Your Honor, when the car comes, it's got a list of everything that's included, and
If
I sell
something
it
is
just like that.
fraudulent, I don't know about that ad is. You may need to talk to your management, the owner, and rethink this thing. I'm a little confused that nothing has been done by you or your company. When you went back to the dealership, tell me again, what exactly did they tell you?
Well, Justice, I took it back. As I said, I towed it back over there. Told them about the issue. Told them it wouldn't start. It was a transmission problem. Told them what my mechanic told me. They said, well, it wasn't covered.
Your Honor, when he came over there, he tried to blackmail me. He actually said he was going to spread lies all over Facebook if I didn't give him a full refund for the car then.
That is not true at all.
So, and having given did you do any research on it to say, okay, we might want to give him a refund? Do you make a commission?
Yes, Your
on
Honor,
selling?
and I would lose
how much
that
is your commission?
My
How much
commission is 5%. It's $325.
Is it worth getting yourself in trouble or being with a company that sells cars where the odometer has been changed? The evidence clearly shows that it's been changed.
Your Honor, I didn't change it, and as a salesman, I sold a car
Once
to the
he
best of my
told you,
knowledge.
what was your reaction and what did you do about it?
Your Honor, I asked the only person that I knew that would have messed with the vehicle. They said that it could have possibly been the person that bought the car. And that's why I think that maybe his mechanic had something to do with it.
Sir, did you change the odometer reading?
No,
was there any
definitely
reason
not,
for you to
Justice.
change the odometer reading?
No,
I
no.
understand you said you liked the car.
Yeah, it was a great car until it broke down.
Okay.
But no, I would not know how to do that.
Did you at any time have the opportunity or take the time to look at this company? Red flag didn't go off. Hey, they've been in business only a couple of weeks or so. Did you do your homework?
No, Justice, I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't do my homework. But to be frank, I think he's just trying to put a fog here, cover his tracks. He's trying to push the blame back over here on me. He's working over there for the automotive company, selling these cars. Not just me that's had this issue.
I did see that. Your pleading here says that you actually paid cash for this vehicle.
Cash car.
And so
Correct.
did you ask them for your money back?
I did, and they would not cover the problem with the vehicle, and they would not give me my refund.
Sir, who drafted your the
The actual owner of the car lot, and the as is pretty normal in any kind of typical car contract, only because when the car is purchased by the car lot, we have no idea what could be wrong with it.
What I'm hearing is there's some fraudulent conduct. And contracts voided when there's fraud involved. I am going to take another recess. I'll be back, and I'm going to conclude this matter. I think I have enough evidence to put an end to this conversation and this suit. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back in session. I had the opportunity to do a little research during break. One of the things that I have the opportunity to look at the VIN number, and it appears I saw the pictures of the car, very nice car. I didn't see anything where the car had been wrecked, anything like that. However, it did show a different mileage. So did you think about looking at Carfax or online, since y'all talked about Facebook? There's so many different sources to make sure you do your homework on your purchase. $7,000 is a lot of money to just fork out.
No, Justice. I'm not familiar with all that. You're much smarter than me. I wouldn't have thought about checking those things, checking the VIN number.
Think about that the next time.
I'm going to definitely do a lot more
I'm going to make a
homework.
decision in this matter, but I think it's important. The Better Business Bureau, but now with technology, you can track just about anything, and I think it would have been amenable, or it would have been the right thing to do is to check that. Now, to you, sir, you've worked, and this is your second car, and seems like you had a problem with another vehicle, and the plaintiff has even said that. And I think one of the things that you could do as an employee is to make sure that you're working for a company that's reputable. I mean, that's just criminal just to change an odometer just to sell a car, and then to only make $300 and something dollars. That's your name. Well, how do you feel about that?
Well, Your Honor, once I sell the car, it's out the door, and I normally don't think nothing else about it. I've sold hundreds of cars, and in this case, I just feel like somehow.
But this is a new company. Did you do homework on the company? I'm telling him to do homework with the Better Business Bureau, to be checking the VIN number. Did you do homework? I mean, I think it's callous to sell someone a car just to make money, be it $300, $1,000, or $20,000. You're working at a business and you want to be somewhere that's reputable. And changing odometers is not it. And I'd have the evidence where it was changed. And that's criminal. What do you intend to do in this situation?
I intend to try to figure out what exactly happened, and I know that I had no part of it, but if somebody at my dealership is, then that's something I should consider.
And is that the place you want to work?
Not if they're doing something like that, no.
So in this situation, what do you suggest? Would you tell your employer, hey, look, Justice Jack saw, this man presented evidence that the odometer had been changed. Isn't it the right thing to do? Hey, give him his money back?
I don't believe under this circumstance, I still don't believe that he has proven that I had anything to do with the odometer being changed, nor the company I work for.
You didn't personally have anything to do with it, but it's changed. And then you didn't tell me. I had to find out myself. Something happened to someone else, and this company just popped up. That's red flag number one, but you were the salesman on that other vehicle. I have it right here. That's at homework doing it. Technology would tell you a lot. I'm going to show that to the plaintiff as well.
Thank you, Justice.
We did a little homework.
That's his name.
Tell you what, I have enough to conclude this situation. Sir, between you and your company, I am going to order that this man you give him back his money. You and your company, I don't know how you're going to do it. I know you only made $300 or so, but I'm going to order this plaintiff to get his money back. It's judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
Court is adjourned. Let's move on. Next.
The defendant sold the plaintiff a questionable car, and after Justice Jackie's ruling, the plaintiff has hit the jackpot. Plaintiff, do you feel like the ruling was fair?
Oh, heck yeah, I do. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And if it was up to me, I'd make sure that whole automotive sales place was shut down.
Defendant, how do you feel about today's ruling?
Well, I feel like the guy over there, he kind of looks like someone that would probably do something like this just to get somebody in trouble and get their money back. If he wanted a brand new car with a warranty, he should have got a brand new car with a warranty.
All right, well, stay tuned because Justice Jackie has more where that came from.